Hello, my friend. Let me ask you something simple. Have you ever felt that your legs aren't as steady as they used to be? Maybe in the morning, when you stand up from a chair, your legs tremble a little. Or when you go down the stairs, you grip the railing tightly, heart racing, afraid that a small misstep could mean a fall. If you're over 60, I know that feeling isn't unfamiliar. And perhaps in that moment you tell yourself, this must just be old age. There's nothing I can do, I understand. In over 35 years of working with thousands of older patients across America, I've heard those same whispers again and again. People believe that weak legs are inevitable. That age slowly robs us of our strength, little by little. But today I want to look you in the eye and tell you something from the bottom of my heart. Weak legs are not your destiny. They are a warning sign, a cry for help from your body. And you can change that. I remember a patient named Jane. She was 78. The first time she came to my clinic, she couldn't walk on her own. She clutched her son's arm like a lifeline. She didn't complain of pain, but in her eyes, I saw something deeper than physical discomfort, the loss of trust in her own body. She whispered, "Doctor, I've tried eating better. I've tried walking, but these legs don't feel like mine anymore. I'm afraid to go outside. I'm afraid of falling. Maybe this is just something I have to accept." I looked at her and said, "Jane, weak legs aren't the end of the road. They're a signal that your body is missing something it needs. If we refuel it the right way, your legs can come back." She looked surprised, half smiling as if unsure whether to believe me. A few weeks later, she returned. This time, she walked in more steadily. She didn't cling to her son. She pulled out a chair herself, sat down gently, and her eyes sparkled as she said, "Doctor, I never imagined such small changes could give me back so much strength." And that's why I'm here today, sharing this with you. Not to give you a cold list of vitamins or minerals, but to help you see that every small piece of nutrition, every simple daily habit, is a building block to restore your confidence, your balance, and your strength with each step you take. Picture this. Your legs are not just muscles and bones. They hold the memories of your life. They carried you through your first steps, took you to work, to play with your children, even to dance to your favorite song. Those legs are still with you, just waiting to be cared for, nourished, and awakened again. Science shows us that weakness in muscles and bones isn't just about aging. It often comes from nutrient deficiencies. Without enough calcium, vitamin D, B12, or magnesium, bones become brittle, muscles tire easily, and the nervous system loses its sharpness for balance. The tremors, the sudden falls, they can all trace back to that. But here's the good news. You can replenish what's been lost, and your body, remarkable as it is, will respond. It will heal, it will regain strength if you give it the right fuel. I'm not talking about miracles. I'm talking about simple things you can start today. A glass of milk in the morning, a meal with salmon on the weekend, a few minutes of sunshine each day, or even just a handful of walnuts to snack on. Small things, but added together, they can transform your life. Have you ever thought that even after 60, your body could walk as confidently as it did at 40? I want you to believe that it's possible, because I've seen it happen again and again. Jane was just one example. So if you're listening now, I want you to pause and ask yourself, do I truly want my legs to grow stronger again? Am I willing to give my body the chance to recover? If your answer is yes, then this journey is for you. In today's video, I'll show you 6 essential vitamins, along with a few supportive habits, that I've seen make a remarkable difference for people like you. People who refuse to surrender to age. And trust me, just one small change can soon bring you real results. So come with me on this journey, not just for stronger legs, but to reclaim your confidence, your freedom, and the joy in every step. Because you deserve a life not limited by fear of falling, by fatigue, or by shaky steps. You deserve to walk steady and to write the most beautiful chapters of your life yet. Vitamins and minerals, the foundation for steady legs. Let me share with you a little story. Jane, one of my patients, 78 years old, she once confided, "What I fear the most is nighttime. In the middle of the night, the cramps come suddenly, and I sit up holding my leg, afraid to even call out. By morning, my legs tremble so much that I don't dare go to the market alone anymore." Yet only a few weeks after adjusting her nutrition, some magnesium, more greens, a bit of B12, and practicing simple exercises with resistance bands, she stood tall, walking more confidently. She smiled at me and said, "I feel like I've just put on my shoes from youth again." Jane's story isn't rare. It reminds us nutrition isn't a minor detail. It is the very foundation that keeps our legs steady for the road ahead. Magnesium, the key to relaxation. Have you ever been lying in bed when suddenly your calf tightens in painful cramps? Magnesium is the mineral that allows muscles to relax, keeps the nervous system calm, and fuels energy for every step you take. Without enough magnesium, night cramps come more often, fatigue lingers, and sometimes legs tremble as if unsure of themselves. The good news? Magnesium is all around us, in a handful of crunchy pumpkin seeds, in slices of creamy avocado, in the natural sweetness of bananas, or even in a piece of dark chocolate many of us call our little daily joy. I often tell my patients, instead of a sugary pastry in the afternoon, try almonds or dark chocolate. Delicious, and it nourishes your muscles at the same time. Vitamin C, the hidden builder of joints. Many people think vitamin C is just for colds, but in truth, it does something quieter yet more powerful. It builds collagen, the cement that keeps knees flexible, easing pain and calming inflammation. I remember a gentleman in his 70s who loved gardening. He told me, "Every time I bent down to pull weeds, my knees crackled." After adding vitamin C through strawberries and broccoli every day, just a few months later, he was planting whole new rows of tomatoes with ease. Do you see? Sometimes change begins with nothing more than a morning glass of orange juice. Vitamin B12, energy for nerves and balance. After age 60, the body's ability to absorb B12 drops significantly. That explains why many people experience numbness, muscle weakness, or even loss of balance. One of my patients once said, "Doctor, I feel like the floor is shaking every time I take a step." After adding B12 from eggs, salmon, and milk, just a few months later, he confidently stepped onto the stage at a veterans meeting, something he used to avoid for fear of falling. Sometimes, what we need isn't a cane, but a little vitamin B12 to help the nervous system remember how to coordinate. Omega-3 and vitamin D, the perfect pair. Have you ever felt like your knees are rusty hinges? Every step feels stiff, and they creak with every move. Omega-3, found in salmon, mackerel, and flax seeds, is nature's lubricant. It helps reduce inflammation, ease swelling, and improve flexibility. But to truly strengthen those hinges, you need vitamin D. Often called the sunshine vitamin, it not only strengthens bones but also helps muscles maintain balance. The problem is, as we age, we spend less time in the sun. I usually recommend 15 minutes of morning sunlight. If that's not possible, try getting vitamin D from milk, eggs, or even algae oil. Synergy, when vitamins work hand in hand. Something many people overlook. Vitamins don't work alone. Calcium and vitamin D are inseparable partners. Vitamin C helps collagen function better when magnesium is present. Imagine it like an orchestra. One instrument alone may sound dull, but when the whole group plays together, the music becomes rich and full. Our bodies are the same, they need synergy. Lifestyle habits, just as important. Of course, diet alone isn't enough. I often encourage my patients to add small habits like these. Get 7-8 hours of quality sleep before 11 p.m. so the body can repair muscles. Do a few gentle resistance band exercises to remind your muscles. We still need you. Spend 5 minutes sitting quietly, breathing deeply, and relaxing, call it meditation, or simply resting your soul. You'll be surprised how much better your body absorbs vitamins when it's well-rested, lightly active, and thinking positively. Community vitamins, the power of connection. There's something rarely mentioned, but I want to emphasize. Beyond food, there's also a community vitamin. I've seen seniors join morning exercise groups not just to stay fit, but to laugh, greet each other, and share stories. That energy makes them healthier than any supplement could. Science confirms it. A positive spirit boosts nutrient absorption and strengthens immunity. So don't just take vitamins from a bottle. Seek vitamin friendship through conversations, vitamin laughter on a walk with neighbors, and vitamin memories during family gatherings. And now I want to ask you, are you ready to look back at the journey of your own feet, to give them more nourishment, more care, just like the way you once cared for your loved ones? Start with a handful of seeds, a morning in the sunlight, a night of proper rest. And most importantly, start with a choice. The choice to let your feet remain strong, steady, carrying you through the paths that lie ahead. Because health does not live only in muscles and bones, it also lives in joy, in connection, and in gratitude every morning when you wake up. I want you to imagine, one day, you can step out of bed without fearing a fall. You can stroll through the park with your grandchild. You can cook your favorite meal with your own hands without depending on anyone. That is the gift your body is waiting to give you if you choose to nurture it in the right way, starting today. And if you're still wondering, is it too late for me to start? My answer will always be, aging is not the final chapter. It can be the most beautiful, the most meaningful chapter of your life story if you dare to write it with love for yourself. So starting tomorrow, give yourself a fresh beginning. A glass of orange juice instead of soda, a short walk instead of sitting all day, a phone call to an old friend instead of suffering silently. Those little choices will add up, building a foundation of health, both physical and emotional. Thank you for taking the time to listen. If these words touched you, please share your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear your story, because perhaps you will be the one to inspire someone else. Remember, you are not walking this path alone. And maybe tomorrow you'll wake up with a new belief that your feet, your heart, and your life still hold so much strength and hope. If you found today's message helpful, please hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Each week, I'll share small but meaningful tips to help us keep our feet steady and our hearts strong. Think of this as a community, a place where we walk together and no one is left behind.